Congratulations! You have found WrestleShoot, hosted by the Wild Thing Rob Wilds and the Ladies' Man Chris Casanova. Combined, we have 40 years of wrestling experience, and we're here to share those experiences, stories, and knowledge with you over the podcast airwaves. We'll be joined by friends of ours from time to time to share their stories and experiences with you as well. So climb aboard the crazy train we call WrestleShoot. We know how to do it, and we do it real well. And real quick, coming at you by a popular demand, a special request, an oldie but a goodie that we used to play here all the time.
Yo, Muck Sticky Baby, this is for anybody who needs to tell somebody to fuck off. Well, hi, go fuck yourself. Suck a bag of dicks, eat a big old pile of shit, wash it down with camel piss, you stupid bitch. Lick my tits, polish all my naughty bits, kiss my fanny, tell your granny she got shitty grandkids. Pull my finger, smell my butt, sit and spin buttercup. Tell your mama and your daddy they can lick my fucking nuts. Cuddle up to my balls, then wash my dirty drawers. I have fucking had enough, so I'm telling you to go fuck off. Fuck off. Fuck off. Fuck off. Fuck off.
And that's to me.
Welcome to another episode of Goddamn WrestleShoot. I'm sober today, Chris.
About time, shit.
No, about time. That song was for you, just so you know.
The whole
Blend
entire
into
song?
the background. Let me go ahead and handle today. I'm your host, Rob Wiles, joined, of course, by the lovely and talented, the ever-popular, the expensive sunglass-wearing machine, my hetero life mate, Christopher Casanova.
The all-American Christopher Casanova.
Chris is a real man. Anyway, so we're going to go ahead and finally get to part two of Let's Talk Management.
When's it been, like two years since we did the last episode?
Yeah, something like that. You know, it's funny you bring up years because I've been thinking like the past few days a lot about Porter.
Oh, wow.
I'm thinking it's probably time for us to go ahead and hit another Porter Memorial show coming up.
That'd be great, man. We can have some cool guests. We can do a whole fucking thing.
Whole spiel. And I won't cry this year. Like a little bitch last year.
I think we all cried a little bit.
Yeah, but I started like really just like pouring them down, feeling all stupid. I'm like, Christ, I'm on the air.
Find your smile. No.
I have to find my smile. So we're going to go over the what our opinion is some of the worst managers to ever step into professional wrestling. You know, being a manager, it's a skill set. It's not just, hey, walk to the ring with me and talk some shit. Like, you've got to be good to be a manager. You've got to fit with who you're working with. A good manager can alter his personality to fit with different characters, i.e. Bobby Heenan.
Oh, I think he's one of the best that ever did it.
Yeah, I think he's the best. There's nobody better than Bobby.
But the thing with him though is you get some managers that kind of overtalk the wrestlers. Heenan had a great balance. Like, he knew when to say, and then also knew when to step back and let the other guys talk as well. He knew what to do, all angles.
As I understand it, he really had to win Rick Rude over. Like, Rude wasn't interested in working with Heenan at all. I don't need a mouthpiece. I don't want a mouthpiece. It's cool. And Vince is like, dude, you just got to trust me on this one. And Bobby walked into that thing, putting his toes into the pool first. So let's just make sure this is going to work.
Yeah, and it worked out great.
Now we're going to go over some people who didn't necessarily put that kind of forethought into it. Who do you want to start with? I kind of got my first go, but let's go ahead and let you start us off.
All right, well, let's kick it off with a bang here. Let's go with Harvey Whippleman.
I wanted to like him. because he had
Yeah.
so much charisma and personality. I wanted to like him. Want in one hand and shit in the other, right?
They tried so many different gimmicks with him. I mean, wasn't he with that like one wrestler? I can't remember her name. She was big old fat chick.
Yeah.
They're like boyfriend and girlfriend or something.
Wasn't it Mount Fuji or something?
Something or Bubula, where I don't know, who knows, or
I don't know. It doesn't matter. It was stupid. Everything he did was fucking it just didn't work. He tried to basically take all of the elements, in my opinion, of the worst people in society because he wanted to be a big heel and then bite just as hard as he could off Jimmy Hart without carrying a fucking megaphone. Harvey Whippleman was garbage.
Well, let's pull another picture of him up because I just got a thought here.
Well, that's the only picture we have of Harvey.
Well, I'm gonna pull the same one.
Oh, okay.
It looks like Jimmy Hart and like Jimmy Rip,
Jim Cornette
all had a child together. Like it's all
Johnny Polo.
Oh yeah, Johnny Polo. Yeah.
So yeah, just Harvey Whippleman was garbage. And guys, look, man, anybody, if you think I'm fucking wrong, I'll tell you what, if you think I'm wrong, I'm going to go ahead and put this up here for you to jump in and tell me.
Oops.
How'd that be?
I'm not a good producer, guys. He had an okay voice. I think when he talked a little bit, he was okay. I'll give him that. Like he was probably a 1 to 5, maybe like a 1 or 2, maybe a 2. But other than that, just
for being as small as he was, he should have had a mouseier voice instead of this big, monstrous, tough guy voice like he had.
If you didn't see him, you'd be kind of somewhat intimidating. Oh wow, this person sounds kind of tough, and then you see him.
Wolfman was a great ref. When he refed, he was really good at it.
Was he a ref?
For a little bit.
Oh, I did not know that. Huh. Okay. Well, so he's number 10 then.
Hey, by the way, I thought of, yes, he is number 10. I thought of something also today. On our last one, the best managers, we had Fonzie up in that, didn't we?
I want to say he did.
Yeah. Okay. Just making sure. You know,
I'm pretty sure.
Got to give Bill his props because he's Alfonso. He's the man.
He was a great ref too.
Yeah, he was one of those guys who kind of started to innovate the hopping a little bit on the big bumps. You go up with it like it moved him. Like, yeah, Bill Alfonso is he's one of those people that were born specifically to be in this business.
Yeah.
So go great. Bill. Fucking I just wanted to make sure we gave him his props. Okay, so I'll go next.
We need to have him on.
We will. I mean, we're like, islands in the street. We just keep missing each other schedule-wise. But he's definitely game to come sit right here and do a show with us.
That'd be great.
Hell yeah. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to grab somebody obscure. Now, this is a dude that never had a chance of making it at all. Oh. He was probably just very happy to be getting the paycheck while he was getting it, right? And that's going to be Coach.
Oh, okay.
Coach was awful. He couldn't even get over with Henning. If you can't get over with Henning, then, maybe it's time to dust off the old resume.
Yeah. I see the reason why they brought him in, because Henning was like a perfect athlete and the gimmick and all that. And like, oh, get this Coach guy behind him. Like, I saw the reason why, but it just didn't work.
I would love to know the backstory of that. Like, did Henning have a play in that? Was Vince just like, dude, I got this guy on the shelf and we're paying him, so let's put him in? Or if they grabbed him just to be Henning's guy? I would love to know the history on that.
Yeah, me too. What was he? Do you know anything about him before or even after?
Nothing.
Or was that just
I know he was an indie. Not an indie. I know he was a territory wrestler.
Oh, okay. So you wrestled back in the day.
Yeah. And okay. I'm sure he probably goes back with the Henning family because he was one of those bumping managers. He bumped like a worker.
Right, right. What was the whole thing with him and Heenan? Because Heenan like transitioned out. Was Heenan more announcing at that point?
I don't know.
Okay, because it went from Heenan to because Heenan was his
Oh, it
manager.
went from coach to Heenan. Well, the other way.
It did?
I think so.
Oh, okay, maybe it did. Yeah, I think it did. Okay.
Yeah. And Henning is another one who just absolutely does not need a fucking manager to get over. He don't need a manager. He don't need a belt. He just shows up and performs, and he's $1 million.
Yeah.
Again,
the nets of Henning though. The whole thing they used to do, the football, the basketball, the whole bowling.
throw it, start running, catch it.
And the athlete's face was like, whoa, like all made.
Oh, he's the greatest thing ever. But like as soon as they decided to put Heenan with Henning and take Coachman out, he got the big
Step into my office. Why? Because you're fucking fired.
Bye.
Pack that bag, buddy. You are fucking out of here. All right. So number 9.
Okay. Go. Am I picking or you're picking?
No, your turn. Number 8. Grab.
Oh, okay.
Now remember, let's not use the 3 on the bottom row. Those are tied for number 2 and then number 1.
Okay. Well, we're gonna go with. All right. I don't know anything about her really. I know. Well, it's actually, you know what? I'm gonna pick her. I know a little bit.
What's to know? What's to know? Dude, you leave your wife at home. That's just how it goes in wrestling. You don't start bringing your girl to work with you if you want to stay married.
Yeah.
Because guess what? Wrestlers don't give a shit, man. We're talking about those stories from the road. And if she hears and you fucked up, well, you were dumb for bringing your wife to work.
That's just asking for trouble. Stupid.
She wasn't any good. She added nothing. She's not hot, right? She couldn't talk. She wasn't a bumper. She was nothing. She was just the queen.
She's not terrible looking, but she's not hot.
She's in shape. That's it. That means that goes a long way with you to making a 5 look more like a 7. I get that. But I say she's a 5.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
And she had no business walking her ass down to a ring. She should have been doing what the other wrestlers' wives do. They sit the fuck home and spend the money, right? They take care of business at home.
Yeah. Do take care of business at home. Did she?
Awful.
She was around for a minute too. It's not like she was there for she had a job for a long time.
Somehow. I don't know. I mean, you got to wonder if books like, oh, well, if she's not here, I'm not here. Because you know how many dudes have fallen prey to that in the business. Bring your wife to work. Boss wants to get rid of her and she makes you quit.
Yeah. Yeah. I know Book went to TNA for a while.
Without her.
Yeah. It was without her, right?
Yeah. They're like, no. Leave your bitch at home, dude. That's just not what we do. Guys, chatter with us here for fuck's sakes. Sean. Oh, that's right. Sean's not here. Son of a bitch.
Yeah. Producer Sean's not here today.
Anybody want to be the new WrestleShoot producer? Speak up now. All right. So I'm going to grab the next one.
All right.
I'm just going to get rid of this guy because I think he sucks in every aspect of the business. I just think Coachman is just fucking awful.
Oh, wow. Really?
Just awful. Never liked him. He never grabbed my attention. I never liked him or hated him, as the character. Just completely, totally disinterested in this guy. He's awful.
I think he's a great speaker.
Well,
on the stick.
So is Joe Namath, but I wouldn't put him out in the fucking wrestling ring either.
Joe Namath.
Yeah, so I just wanted to get rid of him. I don't even have a whole lot of detail to get into on that chump. He's kept his job for a long time, man. Good for him. But like him, he's in the Todd Pettengill category for me.
Todd Pettengill, wow. Well, he's not even around anymore. I think he's
a radio guy.
He was on ESPN for a minute too.
Maybe, but he was doing the Todd and Scott, the Scott and Todd shows. Scott Shannon, radio fucking royalty, took Todd under his wing, and then 15 years later, Todd ended up fucking him over because Todd's a piece of garbage.
Wow.
Now go ahead, Pettingill. Why don't you write a fucking stupid parody song about that where you try to shoehorn your syllables into the goddamn song? Christ, write a different word. Like when they'll take a word that's got like 3 too many syllables and he'll try to shoehorn that fucker into a song that somebody else wrote. Todd Pettingill, honorary mention. Fuck you.
And Rob, you're probably a big fan of him too. You're talking so negatively about him means you're probably into Todd Pettingill. I got lots of posters.
I'm a big fan of Scott Shannon, and how he did Scott was fucked, dude. He's a piece of garbage. Fuck that guy. Fuck you, Pettingill.
All right. So who's our next one here? Let's see. We were already.
Is it my pick? It's your pick.
Is it? Okay.
I think I know who you're gonna grab because we're running low on our names here.
All right. Let's go with this one.
I knew it. I knew it.
Billy Graham. God, he was a terrible manager. Like, great wrestler, great worker.
Really? I mean, but was he?
Before his return, he was great back in the early days.
You think he was really great? I don't think he was ever great.
Really?
I think Billy Graham had a hell of a look, and he could talk. But when he gets in that ring, he was only ever as good as the guy he was working. He never elevated anybody to a higher level. And I'm not even trying to shit talk Billy Graham. I'm just saying it as I see it. Like, I don't dislike the guy. I think that he tried to ride Harley's coattails, to be a manager.
Yeah, no, I thought he was a good worker, man. I thought he was good back in these early days. When he came back the second round, yeah, he was the shits.
Yeah, with this look.
Yeah, with that look. Then he was injured. He tried to manage Don Morocco for a minute.
Morocco, yeah.
God, that was a weird fucking combo. I think the only similarities they had is that they both wore tie-dyed shirts. That was like the only thing they had similar.
Well, you gotta wonder if, like, when he took his leave. And then he made his comeback, if he was still under contract that whole time. They're like, we got to do something with him. Let's just throw him with Morocco.
Yeah, I think so, because that makes sense. Because I heard some interview one time with him. He was saying he had to stay, or he was under contract, and Vince was like, well, he would be commentator or manager. And I guess he did the commentating thing for a minute and did managing back and forth.
I thought by the way, I think he did really good on commentary.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he wasn't too bad.
I thought he did really good. He could jive with just whoever he was sitting with. So there we go, Billy. Billy was always a good talker. He was a okay wrestler. He was an atrocious manager. I mean, you get a good talker like Billy Graham, but you're still trying to get Morocco over as a babyface, right? So he's still got to talk. So as soon as Morocco starts to talk, all the cool shit that Graham just said is wiped out.
Was that retaliating? All the cool stuff you just said?
Yeah, it's gone. It's gone.
Ruined it.
That's kind of Billy Graham in a nutshell to me. I'm Billy Graham in a nutshell. Help me. I'm in a nutshell.
It's cool music, though.
Yeah. Oh, well, fucking A. That's all you need to say, I guess. Okay, I've been waiting to grab. Now, I'm torn. So we're going to third place right now.
Third, wow, we're already there already? Shit.
No, we're at fourth place. We're going for the fourth place. And I'm really torn between these two guys.
Okay.
So do we want, okay, Chris, I'm going to have you help me with this. Do we want to do like the most fucking ridiculous or the worst matched?
The worst match.
Well, then that's hands down. And if anybody disagrees with me, it's because you're not paying attention. Paul Ellering had absolutely no business running around with the Road Warriors. And what the fuck is wrong with his head? He looks like he's a villain from a superhero cartoon with the big brain pulsing.
Yeah, it's oddly shaped.
Well, boys, Come on, boys. My boys are coming. Shut the fuck up, dude.
Was he the real manager in real life too?
Yeah, he was their shoot manager.
Okay, gotcha. And they're like, oh, let's just put him out here as a work manager too, and it was terrible. Like he didn't really
a few extra bucks. And when they brought him into a WWE to revise, and the doll,
stupid puppet doll, whatever it was.
Yeah, the doll. Boys, look what I found, boys.
Rocco.
They're putting it on their motorcycles. And oh my God, dude. They just made the Road Warriors such a fucking pair of clown shoes towards the end for them.
Dude, the Road Warriors were guys that went in and just squashed people, dude. They went in there and just wrecked havoc. And then when they brought them to WWE, oh man, they just, I don't know. They were so cartooned up.
That was horrible.
And Paul Ellering did not help, like, at all. Actually, he made it worse.
See, fucking old Doug recognizes it. They're my boys. Oh, I'm bringing my boys to the World Wrestling Federation. My boys.
He wrestled a couple times too.
Who, Paul?
Yeah, he wrestled a couple matches, like 6-man matches with like gimmick matches.
I'm so glad I don't remember that. Maybe it was just so bad that my brain has blocked it.
It was who was it? It was the Road Warriors and him, and they worked
Heenan and somebody else, I'm guessing.
No, it was Warlord, the Barbarian, and Paul Jones or some shit. It was back in NWA, a little gimmick match, and he actually was in War Games too for a minute.
Oh shit! Look at you, historian style.
Yeah, with J.J. Dillon. He was J.J. Dillon's counterpart, whatever. They did a little gimmick. I'm sure JJ loved that.
Yeah, he's like, fuck it, I'm getting paid.
Yeah, he's like, fuck it, yeah.
So he wasn't even necessarily a poor manager or a bad speaker. It was just the most god awful parent. You know what? We're missing somebody from here. I apologize. So let me go ahead and get him uploaded because I thought this list looked a little short.
His daughter wrestles.
Is that right?
Yeah, her name's Rachel Ellering.
She any good? Yeah,
she's pretty good. She obviously didn't train with him.
Now, Chris, do you see the photo I just uploaded down there?
No.
On the bottom row all the way to the right?
Let's see.
You could pick him or you could pick the dude on the second row that we haven't picked yet.
You go and pick him since you know where it is. It's hard to see right now. Pick him up.
This poor bastard brought nothing but tackiness to professional wrestling. And he tried. Oliver Humperdinck tried so hard to get over with Bam Bam, but look at him.
He looks like a freaking circus performer, like one of those guys with a lion tamer type thing,
right. He's trying to bring flash and balls, but in reality, he's an old frumpy Santa Claus looking motherfucker that maybe should have gone a different angle. Because, sir, Freddie Blassie, you are far, far from.
Yeah, well, you know how I feel about Freddie Blassie.
No, you think he should be on this list?
He probably should be. Maybe at the bottom, but not at the top. But I just don't think he offered anything to, I don't know.
It's just, I understand the gaudiness. Trust me, you've seen the kind of shit I used to wear to the ring. I get it. But my fucking Christ on a cross, he just brought distaste and tackiness to everything. And I'm glad that we put him up there because we're going to lead into now probably the most tacky wrestler in history. Or not wrestler, manager, I meant. The most tacky manager in history will be our next pick.
Oh. By the way, was Humperdinck a wrestler?
I don't know.
You don't know? Okay.
I mean, he's got no... Damn it. I don't know, dude. His forehead's pretty fucking tracked up, maybe.
Maybe back in the day, maybe back in the 60s or something, or 70s. Could have
If
been.
anybody has the answer to that, go ahead and chime in and let us know. That's a good question.
And by the way, I didn't like Bam Bam as a face, dude. It did not work.
I don't know. I was with it.
Really?
I was with Bam Bam, whatever he did, man. Bam Bam, Boss Man, Bundy. There was a certain kind of big guys that I was just down with, man.
Face or heel, doesn't matter.
I even liked One Man Gang. When he went Akeem, I turned my back on it. But when he was One Man Gang, I fucking loved it. Abdul the Butcher, garbage. Just saying. Abby, you stink.
Yeah, let's just take a fork and just rip my head apart every freaking night. Yeah, that was his whole game, dude.
That was this whole gimmick. I'll go to the ring bleeding. I'll fucking spread my hepatitis everywhere. Then I'll go get some chicken and mayonnaise and go home.
Yeah, just ask Hannibal.
Yeah, Hannibal. Man. I mean, let's be honest. Hannibal's a cunt too, right?
Yeah.
So, a cunt got another cunt sick, whatever.
Yeah, that whole Lanny Poffo thing even was a fucking work, dude. You ain't tapping me out, brother. Fuck that.
Yeah.
Tell me to
settle. It's real. Speaking of settle, though, we're being very settled right now. Chris, we'll talk about it off air. Somebody else is not only picking on our sweet little Monty from Monty and the Pharaoh. This sick motherfucker does his own podcast, and he took Kevin Nash's son dying, and he did a whole fucking thing on it. He wrote slanderous texts about shitting in his dead son's coffin, and this guy's a cunt. So we are gonna just go full fucking barrel at this guy next week. I'm gonna do a little production.
What kind of person does that?
Wait till you see this little cretin. Kevin something or other. He's only on Rumble. He's a piece of fucking shit.
Wow.
And, like Nash, me and Nash are cool, right? You and Nash are cool. We kind of squashed that shit. So, but even if we weren't, dude, the man's son died and he's trying to tell his story to somebody, and you keep pausing it, making jokes and writing Twitters and shit. Man, fuck you. It's coming. And then when Monty had something to say about it, he tracked down where old Mr. Mikey works and was threatening to start contacting his work and harassing them. So he pulled the plug on it. But Rob Wiles don't give a fuck. I'm crazy. So we'll be talking about him a lot. Yeah. We'll be talking about old Kevin, something stupid last name next week. Get with us, guys, because we're going on a campaign. And this ain't a gimmick like Ron Shaw was. Like, this is real. This is straight up shoot.
Maybe you'll say, stop bullying me.
Yeah.
Ron Shaw.
Fucking, what are we? Sanitation workers from Staten Island or something.
Yeah, Staten Island.
Okay. Ron Shaw, you were terrible then. You're terrible now. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and grab this next guy, Chris.
All right, go ahead.
Now, the man who hands down would spend, I think he had a budget for his gimmicks of about $4.20 every new fit he was buying. So he goes into a pawn shop with $4.20 and he walks out with everything that you see in this picture. The Grand Wizard? Really?
Wow.
Really?
That does look
like
the
Grand Wizard of Wrestling. What?
$4.20 for fucking.
I mean, what is those glasses? Now, let's be honest. The Grand Wizard, you put him on the microphone, he stinks. Okay, but when he goes to the ring with the wrestler, right, he fucking stinks. How did he have a job for so long? Was he a promoter?
He must have been. I don't remember too much about him. Like, he must have not been around that long.
He was around forever.
Was he really?
He just wouldn't go the fuck away. He never went anywhere big. But like NWA, AWA, like he was doing those haunts. And he was just, you got to look at this again, man. I mean, look at this fucking fit that he thought, oh, this will be great to wear for a promo shot.
Looks like freaking like
He's wearing a
combination-
T-shirt that's got a tie airbrushed on it. For fuck sakes.
Looks like Pee Wee Herman mixed with fucking Dick Clark and fucking
And the Grand Wizard.
The Grand yeah, dude. Looks fucking that. Yeah, that's just terrible, man.
Fuck that dude. He's nothing like Dick Clark. You're not even. You can't. The Grand Wizard shouldn't even say Dick Clark's name. Fuck him.
Fuck that. He doesn't. Wow.
Man, Dick
Was he in
Clark's a
WWE at all?
goddamn legend. What?
Was he in WWE at all or no?
I don't think so.
Okay.
He might have been in the WWF.
Okay, like Vince Senior.
Yeah. Man.
Okay. Wow.
Now, I know who my pick is for number 2 because we have a tie here between these two on the bottom.
Okay.
I know who my pick is going to be, but Chris, I'm going to let you take this one on who's next. And remember, who we pick is next is not quite as bad as who we pick after. Hint, hint.
Oh man, it's a tough one for me. Because I'm picking my number 2 because I don't think there was parts of her that I gave it away. Parts of her weren't bad. I kind of got it, but
What?
Sweet Sapphire.
Oh my God. Okay. Sweet Sapphire, baby, American Dream up in their hair.
I get
Sweet
why they put her
Sapphire,
with
baby,
him.
where you go with Ted DiBiase, baby? The common man, I get it.
Yeah.
The common fan that he went to her aid, I get it.
Yep.
Even having her go to the ring at a pay-per-view to be in his corner, I get it. But to say this is your new manager, thusly she's going to become your love interest, and thusly she's going to step out and betray you for Ted DiBiase. Can't we get to DiBiase versus Dusty in some epic matches without using her just a lot quicker? Couldn't we have just got there a lot quicker?
Yeah, but I heard part of it was a rib too, from what I heard.
Oh, please. You know, people say that with the polka dots and sapphire, and that was a rib. Vince had a lot of money invested into Dusty fucking Rhodes, man. He wasn't trying to blow it. He just saw a look for Dusty that he thought Dusty can get anything over. And I believe he saw polka dot merchandise flying off the shelves. And he was like, oh, we're going to crush it. And he probably did because Dusty's the man. But Sapphire? Holy shit. They should have called us first.
Was she a worker?
As I understand it, yeah, she did a little bit of territory work for a little bit.
Okay, so she kind of knew the basics, like.
That's as I understand it, and that's what Sherry told me. But Sherry told me that's what she thinks is up with her. She didn't really know either. So yeah, I mean, I was going to put her at number 2. I was going to put the other one at number 3 because I think Sapphire was just God bless her for trying, but what the fuck?
Not even a dancing? Her Dusty dancing and did I get over with you?
I don't want to work here anymore. I keep saying this. I think I'm going to go start my own network where I don't got to listen to stupid shit like that.
Like just Rob's network? That's what we call it?
I just call it the Rob Network. All Rob all the time. I'll get like 3 followers. That'll be it.
Talk to yourself the whole time.
That's right. It's just about nothing. Just kind of like what I do here.
Like just fucking nonsense, whatever, just blah.
So I guess then the number 2 we're going to pick here is going to be Mama fucking Benjamin.
Martin Lawrence? I mean, what? Oh.
Is that Medea? I mean, Jesus Christ, dude. Talk about just racism flown in HD color, man. Holy shit. This is my mama. She ain't going to let you guys screw me like this. And that's when they were doing those commercials, like with the NFL guys and their mom yelling at them to eat soup. That's when they were doing this bit.
Well, back then, even the Sapphire thing was kind of partially racist too. A little bit.
Sapphire was incredibly racist.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
Virgil, same thing.
Well, Virgil, I mean, obviously, Virgil.
The toes, Virgil.
Wow.
The toes.
But good, I guess good for Mike. You know, he kept himself a job as long as he did. He's a piece of shit. We both know that, but still, he had his opportunities that he kind of fucked up.
He did. Yeah.
Boss man's business is my friend. What? Dude, nobody cut that. Nobody caught that and edited it. Do you remember that when he was talking shit to Nails? You tell me to mind my own business. Well, boss man's business is my friend. And nobody went, yeah, let's go ahead and do that one again. Boss man's business. They said, look at this dumb truck right here. Go ahead. Boss man's business is my friend.
So go back to Benjamin's mom again. Like I didn't even know this. She wasn't even a manager. That's how much I didn't really pay attention to it. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's just so racist. And this is WrestleShoot, man, where we just don't give a fuck. Like you say what you want to say over here on the Antisocial Network, but there's got to be times, like some comedian said, where something hits you so racist, all you could say is, well, that's really, really racist. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's going to bring us to the number one spot.
Ooh.
And we really put in some conversation here. Like we got to make sure that our pick for the number one worst wrestling manager ever is a good, strong one.
Okay. Like you want
Oh, God damn it.
But you know what? We wouldn't have been over if it wasn't for him.
What do you mean, man? Uh-oh, you're lagging on me there, buddy.
Oh.
Let's bring it up. The WrestleShoot pick for the absolute worst manager in the history of professional wrestling. Rick Michaels. Oh. He used to be Chris Casanova's manager. Just yours. He was just your manager. Are you still with me, Chris? Or are you frozen? Son of a bitch. Say something.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, just your mouth isn't moving with your voice. So let's get back to it. Let's talk about your manager and the glory days with your old manager, Rick Michaels. You know what, Chris? Actually, maybe take that virtual background off and it will stop you from your lag. And while you're doing that, I mean, look at this look of concern on your face because you just know that slimy little fucker is trying to pick your pocket right now. Oh, this is killing me. I feel like I'm in this alone. I'm making jokes to myself.
All right. Is that better?
You're way better.
Okay.
Now let's get into it. Your old manager, Rick Michaels. What was it like working with him?
Well, I wouldn't have been over without him, man. I mean,
No.
Million years. Not in a million years. I wouldn't have done anything at all. So thank God he was around because, I couldn't have done.
Hey, what's he doing with my belt?
Well, yeah, I think he was your manager too.
No, never.
Yeah.
No. He was your manager, so he went to the ring with me sometimes. But he was your manager. So.
Okay, so if you happen to be with me, he was just there, right?
He was there, yeah, because he was your manager.
I think he was trying to pick my pocket too, man. He does look like a little sleaze bag trying to pick my pocket.
I'll never forget that. Oh, yeah. Yeah. He's talking about the Virgil incident. Boss man's business is my friend. What?
What? Dude, stop talking, dude.
And then he went out there and had an absolutely atrocious match with Nails that Nails clearly did not want to be in.
No. He
just went out there and brutalized Virgil. Well, I think it was Superstars. Saturday morning, right?
Yeah.
Oh, Lord. So, yeah, Rick Michaels. worst manager ever. Rick Michaels, worst manager ever. Rick Michaels, the worst manager in pro wrestling's history. Want to tell a Conan story?
Shoot, go.
So
Go next.
Chris is running a little behind schedule.
As always.
It happens because he was coming from far the fuck away every time we did a show. And so I had this gimmick worked out where we were going to tease that there was going to be an apocalypse breakup tonight.
Oh, shit.
And then I was pissed off. And I was pissed off at everybody. And I had a title shot against Warpath that night. And if Chris Casanova and Aiden lost those tag team belts tonight, then they are out of the apocalypse. And we're working out this great gimmick. Everybody is into, yeah, this is going to be hot, man. We're going to tease a little dissension. Then we'll do a big group hug at the end and piss everybody off. Great. Okay. I'm the promoter tonight. So I got 1,017 things to do. Well, Rick, make sure you tell Cass what the story's going to be tonight. Cass, did he?
No. When I showed up, basically what was told to me is like, oh, we're going to go out there and do a promo. Okay, cool.
Let's go right now. Get dressed right now. We're going.
So I'm throwing my shit on. All right, cool. We're doing a promo. We're going to do a group thing, whatever, blah, blah, talk shit about the matches or whatever. And that's what I thought was happening. So.
And I was working the gimmick hard, dude. So I'm like pointing at Chris going, you're supposed to be my counterpart here. And you're dropping the ball. The whole time he has no idea any of this is coming. He thinks it's a shoot.
Yeah. Well, I get there. We start. We're in the ring. You're standing there, and you start going off in your gimmick, and I'm like, what the fuck is he talking about? Like, what's going down? And so you're just kind of going off and pointing at me, and
Aiden's working, and he's going.
I'm looking at Aiden. I'm like, what the fuck is going on, dude? Like. So, anyways, continue.
So anyway, he takes on a very defensive posture, and Chris is getting ready to fight now. Chris has got it now in his head, which makes sense, that Rob is about to fucking shoot on him, and this is going to be a jump job.
Yeah,
and he wasn't having it. And he wasn't having it. So he yoked up, and old Rick Michaels decided to go with his chest puffed down, get in his face. And Chris said, get the fuck out of here, dude, and launched him off. And I went, that's when it all came together. Oh, shit. He doesn't know what's going on. So what would have been a really awesome gimmick didn't really get over, but he's in the back going, no, I'm a badass manager. There's no such thing as a badass manager, motherfucker. Harley Race has exclusive rights on that. And even Harley was never acting like a badass fucking manager. He'd go sneak in and throw a boot and run away. That's what you do. That's where you live. You're a heel manager. You hit and run. And he was like, oh.
Yeah, that could have, yeah. Well, you fixed that shit. You're like, hold on, dude, hold on. You had to go back. You're like, okay, we need to fix this shit.
Well, yeah, I canned the whole thing. I was like, forget it. Porter, get DJ to play us out. We gotta go. He's like, Porter was like, oh fuck, dude, what's going on? No, it's cool. I got it. We gotta go. Just he told the DJ, hit it, man. We got the fuck out of Dodge like right then. And as soon as the music started, you dumped over the top rope and you were in the back before our feet even hit the floor. You were just gone. Fuck you guys. Somebody catch Cass. Remember telling Mike Rain, dude, just be ready to grab him if this goes squirrely. I don't want to fight Chris, and he's pretty hot right now.
Mike's like, fuck.
Just grab him and calm him down. Then we'll get the fuck out. Speaking of getting the fuck out, seems to be about that time, yeah?
Is it? That's Bat Channel, Bat Time.
And we're getting ready to start the groundwork on doing an exclusive couple pieces of video that's going to be for antisocialnetwork.net. Exclusive. We'll make some trailers for, the rest of the network. And if you are a content creator and you're looking for a home, we are looking for new faces, new talent, new ideas, the Antisocial Network. Everybody over here enjoys just creative control over their own product. Yeah. We're not trying to take your product. We don't want any kind of ownership of your product. We just give you a platform where we broadcast 20 places at once and no censorship. So hit us up, antisocialnetwork22@gmail.com. Send me a text. Rob Wild's right there. Anything you want to say in parting, Chris?
Yeah, so I guess when's our next WrestleShoot in 2 weeks, right? Because we're doing
Talking Shiznet next week.
Shiznet next week. I'm looking forward to that show. We haven't done that in a long time.
Well, we've only done it once.
Has it been once?
Yeah, we only did it once. She just kind of got out of hand. Should we regale everybody with the cool intro?
I love the intro.
Me too.
Welcome to the show.
I'm in sleeper with your man.
This is a whorehouse.
So you gonna go sleep with my boyfriend? You a hoe. I'm your auntie. You don't be calling me no hoe. Me no hoe.
Jimmy, let's make it weird, dude.
Not my fault this guy has a little penis.
So stupid. I love it. It's so stupid. I love it. Anyway, we're going to do that next week, guys. So, but when we come back in 2 weeks for the next WrestleShoot, we're fucking old boy up. It's going to give me some time to put some production together. We've got a new bullseye. We're slapping on a new guy's head, and everybody load your weapons. We're going after him, defending Monty. Quick little announcement also to our WrestleShoot, our antisocial followers. Monty and the Pharaoh have separated.
Ah, man.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
Pharaoh, he's moved off to Florida. He's getting married. He's happy. And he's kind of going his own direction. They're still, tight buddies. Monty's doing his own thing now with a new co-host. So we're going to have to bring them on pretty soon as well.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Pharaoh, love you, mean it. And we'll talk to you guys soon, yeah?